mention a relationship between the blue bloods and the reptilians. Are you aware of any of that?
I am. From my understanding, at least some types of reptilians have influenced human, social structures. Some have done that by influencing very elite groups on this planet. And again, not all reptilians seem to be bad. At least that's my experience.
Oh, don't get me talking about that. That's speciesist talk. They are not all bad. So
okay,
yeah.
True. All right. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So it seems that some reptilian species tend to make, have their own advantages over people on this planet being so disinformed, and they try to, have their own take on that. I don't know if you want to add to that.
Sure. No, I'm actually glad you really brought that up, because in my experience, there is a tendency to run into reptilian species that may not be so nice or friendly. But to say that reptilians are bad, it's speciesism. And I kind of get angry about it because I've heard a lot of people say, nope, all reptiles are bad. And I think that's bullpucky. In fact, my personal experience of spending almost 6 months with the indigenous reptoids on Mars is they are some of the most amazing beings in the universe that I have ever met. And they are nothing like any of the other reptoids that I've met. And it has a lot to do with their culture, their evolution, what has happened to their society, what happened when the planet blew out its atmosphere, how they had to rebuild from that. They were incredibly warlike before that, and they really had to grow as a species, to be honest with you, in order to rebuild and terraform their planet. So I think it's a speciesist statement to say that any mammal, amphibian, reptoid is like this or like that. I think the truth is that the universe is all the things. The intergalactic experience is all the things. It's everything. It's every type of species, every type of civilization, every type of technology that you could possibly even imagine. And that's an incredible spectrum of various species from various types of, evolutionary developments who are as different as the day is long, from you go from one to the other. I think the tendency for people to think that is because most reptoids are not very emotional. They have little emotions, but they're not very emotional. So they tend to be more calculating. They tend to be a little more cold. And to be honest, they eat just about everything. And so I think we've had this conversation before. Everything's on the menu. Somewhere you're on the menu, I'm on the menu, and so we taste good to some of them, and that kind of creates a negative relationship. But yeah, no, I don't think that there's any truth to saying all of this type of species are good or all of this type of species is bad. It's